It's recording over there?
Yeah.
All right. What's up? What's up? What's popping? Hey, yo, it's NateDoggSac916 coming at you live from Sacramento. Hey, you guys already know what it is, man. Go and hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell if you want to keep seeing more of this fire content as soon as it comes out. And if you or anybody you know may have been through some kind of struggle, and it doesn't necessarily have to be prison, and you made it out, man, let's share that story so we can help somebody else that might be in that same situation right now, man. So contact me at Nate.Dog916 on Instagram, or you can even hit Sandman at Sandman2788 on Instagram, and we will get back at you. But don't feel very free to leave a comment in the comments below how you feel about this interview and any other interviews, man. We love the feedback, man. Join the kiddo today, man. But today, we got a banger for you. So without further ado, man, what they call you? Where you from, bro?
They call me Indiana. They call me Jay. My YouTube name is Indianamal Jay. I'm from Evansville, Indiana. It's a little city out in the cornfield. You know what I mean?
Right. First of all, welcome. Thank you for coming. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. Indiana, man. We ain't had nobody from Indiana on the channel. I think I noticed your channel or your video. You made a video once and it popped up on my feed, and I was like, oh yeah, I got to talk to this guy. And finally, we able, due to technical difficulties and time differences, we weren't able to get it down. But I'm glad you came on, man. I appreciate you getting up early and coming to fuck with the kennel, man.
I appreciate you having me.
So, small town in Indiana, man. Tell me what it was like as a kid for Jay coming up out there in Indiana, man.
The city I grew up in is called Evansville. It's like the third or fourth biggest city in Indiana. As a kid, just moving around a whole lot. You know what I mean? Foster homes, projects, you know what I mean? All that other shit. I didn't really get in too much trouble as a kid. I was real into sports.
Right.
I graduated high school. I had a scholarship to go play baseball. I didn't take the scholarship. It was still all guys college. I'm trying to get some pussy. Fuck you. Know what I mean?
Right. Understandable.
But I don't know. Like me and my pops were never close, and we got close, I guess. Excuse me. When I was like 18, and I ended up moving in with him, and I moved back in with him for like 3 weeks, and he ended up dying.
Oh shit!
Yeah, heart attack on his day off.
Oh.
And I was buck ass wild ever since then.
Okay, so like you said, as a kid, you jumped around from foster home to foster care to basically the system. You've been in the system as a child.
Right.
Did you ever get involved with street gangs or anything like that, or organizations while you were out there?
No. See, gangs really isn't a big thing out here. There's GDs and vice lords, but that was really it.
Okay.
We're kind of close to Chicago.
Right.
There's I don't know if there is now, but there was no Crips or Bloods or anything else like that.
Right. Okay. So basically, you was just out there running the streets solo, or just with the people you associated with.
Yeah, it's more by a street thing out here.
Okay. Okay. So eventually, something. So you out in the streets, you thugging, you doing whatever you doing, getting your money however you know how. Eventually, there was a crime that ended up leading you to prison, leading you to being incarcerated for the first time. Can you share any parts about that crime that won't incriminate anybody else?
Yeah. Everybody got popped off. Basically, we were just at one of my homeboys' house, and we were cooking meth. We cooked meth there damn near every day, as much as we could get Sudafed.
Every day.
Yeah, and I remember we got some anhydrous or whatever, and for whatever reason, we usually would go out in the cornfield to like pour this shit off, and we did it. And it was on one of the main streets in town, and we just went ahead and did it off in the alley. It was like January 2nd, and I guess the cop was driving by through the alley and said he smelled it. So they tried to knock on the door. And then next thing we know, they got their searchlights on our security cameras, so we can't see shit. We got 4x4s over the boards, and they ended up sending SWAT. They beat on the door for like 20 minutes, to finally get it open. And it looked like they was playing Call of Duty. We got red beads all over it and shit.
Right.
Everybody went
Okay.
to prison for manufacturing meth.
Okay. So manufacturing meth, is that a serious, that's a serious felony out there, right?
Yeah, it's the same as like dealing meth and dealing cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go through the court. This your first time going to the county?
No, I've been to the county, on some little shit like driving and battery, just some
Right.
misdemeanors. But it was my
Right.
first charge. Yeah.
So you go through your court process. How many years did they say you're going to give you, or how would you get sentenced to?
I got 30 months on my first case.
30 months. So that's
Yeah.
2 years and some change.
Yeah,
That's
2.5
what you were
years.
sentenced to. Yeah, 2 years and some change. 2 years, 2.5 years. Yeah.
I sentenced to 5 years. You used to have to do 50% of your time in Indiana.
Okay. So tell me, what's the mindset sitting in the county knowing now you're about to go to prison? Like, what were you thinking? What was going on with you?
Now, I would want to. I don't even want to think I was scared because our county was so bad.
Okay.
Like we had the second and third floor. In the third floor of our old county, it was like there was room for 16 people, and there'd be 40 people in there, and the guards wouldn't even come in. They're shoving the trays through. You know what I mean? If you weren't fighting, you weren't eating. And I was just ready to get out of that county. I was ready to sign that plea bargain and go.
Right. That's I've heard that so many times. It's crazy. People want to get out the counties because it seems like the counties are like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So you get your 30 months or your 5-year sentence. Excuse me. You get your 5-year sentence because no matter what you have to do, you still had 5 years over your head the whole time. So You get your 5-year sentence. Go to prison. Boom. What's it like? You just now hitting the prison yard. What's popping? What's going on?
The first prison I went to, man, I felt like I was pulling up to a summer camp or something. Honestly, it was super laid back.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's trees outside. There's people working outside the fence. So, they tried to. There's a lot of gangs, in the prison, white and black, and they tried to keep shit pretty as laid back as possible. You know what I mean? Like they'd go to war if they could or whatever, but it was pretty laid back because there's so much tobacco, drugs, whatever you want. Like everybody on the compound had a bag of tobacco like this, walking around smoking cigarettes. You know what I mean? Nobody tried to knock it. But anytime
tobacco was so prevalent and it was still contraband, but they didn't even sweat it. It was that much around.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
There was meth in there. Anything like me and my homeboy that slept right next to me. I remember we took Xanax and methadone at the same time, and his ass overdosed. He didn't wake up and shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he died?
Yeah, he died.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah. But mixing drugs, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But okay, so I don't really know about a lot of Indiana prisons and stuff. Do you guys have politics there? Do you guys how does it go down over there?
As far as like, can blacks or whites mix or Mexicans and whites or Mexicans black? Yeah.
Right. So there aren't any politics then, like that kind of politics.
Not like that. I remember my homeboy Rico that I grew up. He was a black dude, and he was probably the biggest dude on the compound. He had the record for all the weights and shit.
Right.
There'd be Aryans in there smoking weed in the bathroom on the toilet. He'd be like, "Come on!" He'd just go stand up there and put his hand out, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, let me hit that. Let me hit that. Right. I know that everybody knows that. And let me hit that. That's the universal
like
sign for let me do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, this is dorm living, of course. Like you said, a guy was bunked next to you. So the time was pretty laid back. Like you said, it's more like a summer camp. But did it get popping at all? Did anything get popping in those kind of facilities?
I got in a couple little fights just over, gambling and shit, and how that goes. People running their mouth or whoopie whoop.
Well, yeah, fades. Fade is normal. Yeah.
Straight up one-on-ones. I seen one person get stabbed there, and it was just cut with a razor. And how that goes. It looks worse than it is.
Slice, yeah. So in Indiana, so say me and you were both on the same compound, and we had a personal disagreement. We would be allowed to go ahead and fade?
We ain't gotta ask somebody.
That's why nobody would trip. A riot wouldn't start. Or nothing. We could just go in the bathroom and fade, and it'd be that.
Yeah, and after that we could come eat a slam together.
Right. You guys can eat together too.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh shit. Yeah. They need some more of that out here in Cali.
Yeah, they ain't going for all that shit, huh?
No, there'd be a lot. honestly, there'd probably be a lot less more people getting stabbed and hurt if we were able to do that. You know, because it could start out as a one-on-one issue, like I got an issue with you, and turn into a whole race war. You know what I mean? Because there ain't no head ups, not with another race at all. Period. No, there's no exceptions to that rule. There's none. There's not no, well, if you're over here or no. If
y'all can ask permission to fight and shit, right?
Well, you can't ask permission to fight another race. You're not. There's no exceptions to fighting another race. I've never seen. Well, let me be clear. I've never seen there be an exception to where somebody of one race is allowed to fight somebody of another race, unless that person is rolling with us. Therefore, you're the same race. So, like, if you white but you roll with the blacks, you're not considered white. You considered a black, so it don't really count. You know what I mean? But as far as me being able to fight a Mexican head up because me and him got an issue, no. And if it does ever happen, whoever had the keys to the yard for the Mexican car will be bad.
Yeah.
He'll be bad, and his name will go in the hat with his people because you let it go down and you didn't start the war. You should have kicked off the war as soon as any other race put their hands on one of our people. It's that simple. It's not as simple as like we in the streets and we in the hood, you know what I mean? Like we got a one-on-one problem. Let's deal with it and it be squashed. It don't work like that here. Over here, a lot of people would rather fight in numbers than fight head up. But I mean, in some circumstances, I kind of understand it. But yeah,
sounds like you need to go to college before you go to prison just to learn about that shit, man.
Yeah, that's why they call it concrete U at some points. You know what I mean? There's so many different little facets that if you don't know, boy, you can get twisted up fast. But so you do your 30 months, you know what I mean? And it's pretty much uneventful other than having to beat up a couple people or fight with a couple people. Let's say that.
There's an escape. Escape was the biggest thing. You know what I mean? They hit a guard with the hammer
right
in the back of the head.
Really?
Yeah, and then they cut through the fence. So, we were straight on bunk restriction for, I want to say, almost a month.
What's that? Where you just get up for chow and the bathroom?
No, like they'll come around one by one and ask you if you want to go to the bathroom. So they might ask you like 34 hours, and they bring you 2 sack lunches in the morning, and that's all you got to eat all day. You know, no commissary, no reg.
Oh, that's a real lockdown.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, and y'all don't have your own. You guys have your own TVs, or you guys have just the TV on the wall?
They just had TVs in the dorms. We had radios, but you can't buy new batteries if you don't have extra batteries and then
Oh shit! See, that's a different mindset. See, I didn't even think about it like that. It's like my radio plugged in, so I just plug my radio in. Okay.
Yeah.
So the time is different. Like bunk restriction, you just stay on your bunks the whole time, basically, unless you got to go to the bathroom on the bathroom call.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I think we got a shower like every 2 weeks, and there's no air conditioning. It's like 100 degrees.
Well, couldn't you get off like on the side of your bed and work out or anything like that? Or you actually had to stay on?
No talking, nothing.
Oh, isolation for real.
Yeah, They got something called E Squad, and it's like the little, pumped up little G.I. Joe looking motherfuckers from prison.
Yeah,
that's who comes to do the shakedowns and shit like that.
Yeah, we got it. That's the goon squad out here. Yeah.
So they had them in there with dogs and shit, standing there with their arms crossed, quit talking, inmate, and all that dumb shit.
Ooh. Yeah, come make me quit talk. See, that's another thing that's different. Like on the level 4s out here, you get COs that's like that sometimes. But to be honest, predominantly, man, most of them dudes just be trying to do they 8 and hit the gate, man, because they know when you're on them level 4s, you walking around with a whole bunch of people that ain't going home. So it's like, well, this is home to me. You gonna come in here and disrespect me in my house? Like, really? Okay, well, watch this. And then we gonna figure that part out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've heard about the lower levels and how even the officers act, because like you said, 30 months, people are trying to go home. People want to just go home. So it's like nobody's trying to get no real trouble. So you finished that little jolt. Did they have any programs or anything for you there?
Yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't get into any of them. They said I didn't have enough time. I'm not sure if they had trades. I know they had like a plus program and a drug program where you finish the drug program there, which I think was like 9 months, and then you shoot home to drug court. I think they offered me that program, but I knew I couldn't do no drug court, like going there every day and all that. So. But yeah, it was pretty uneventful for the most part.
So did you have that mentality? I had this mentality. I had an interview with a guy named Splinter, and his mentality was, as soon as he got out, he got right back popping. Like it was not even a question. He was absconding from the gate.
Prison POV Splinter.
Yes, yeah. I interviewed him, and as soon as he, shout out to Splinter, Prison POV, man, check him out. But yeah, his mentality was, as soon as they opened the door, he was back on his bullshit. Like off top, he never reported to parole, nothing. Yeah, I think he went to prison 6 or 7 times, basically on violations for not reporting. You know what I mean? Then he caught a new beef, but then it's like, is that what your mentality was when you first got out the first time?
No, see, the max you can be on parole here was 2 years.
Okay.
But parole here is so laid back. Like, you know, at first you might go once a week, and then once every 2 weeks, and then once a month.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's super laid back here. So I went to pro. My first time I finished my parole.
Oh, okay. So you stayed on for the whole 2 years, or you can get off earlier than that?
No, I think they gave me like non-reporting after I didn't get in trouble for like 6 months.
Okay, so like informal.
When I first got out.
Oh, good stuff.
I ended up marrying this chick that was like head of all the like Integra banks in the area. We live in a gated community. I'm wrecking cars and shit. She's like, I'll just buy some new school.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Okay,
they have
cool.
money.
So you out, you back doing your thing. I mean, you out. Are you working at that time, or you just what?
Man, I told her I started my own business and shit. I made T-shirts up and everything, and I leave every morning, but I just go straight to the hood. I had clothes in the trunk and shit.
Oh shit! Oh, so you was back on your bullshit?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you out rocking. Eventually, obviously, you catch another case and go back again.
Right.
So
the first time I got out in 2008.
Yeah.
And then I caught my next case, and it was right when I got off parole. I guess it was like 2011, 2012.
Okay.
Like me and my homeboy Gonzo, in between time, I was really on some robbing shit. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm
Jack
white.
boy shit.
Yeah. I'm dressing up in these little like white shirts with the collar and shit, and khakis like the little Jehovah Witness people. And I'm holding a little book that's cut out and it's got a pistol in it. And he's around the corner with the pistol. So I knock. Like, what the fuck do you want? Shit, everybody get on the ground. You know what the fuck it is. And he come around the corner with the whoop. And we wasn't on no bullshit this day. We were just walking down the sidewalk, and somebody we had robbed, you know what I mean, they seen us and they pulled up shooting, and they shot him in his face. And he didn't die when it happened. He went to the hospital, but he ended up dying of lead poisoning.
Okay.
He got a cocaine dealing charge. He died in the county. Yeah, I went wild after that shit too.
Yeah. Well, I can imagine my ace getting max. It's a problem for me. Yeah. So you end up going back to prison. We don't even got to talk about the case you went back to prison for, because we've already talked about a case. But while you were in prison, they put somebody in a bunk behind you.
Yeah.
So I want a little, if you want to share that little story, I like to share that story with the subs.
Okay. Well, I put this dude in the dorm. At first, there's these these bitches are built like penitentiary sissies that work in this dorm. You know what I mean? So of course you're still fucking with them. You know what I mean? And so she's telling this little shit. You know what I mean? Whoopie whoop. People got fucked up bad charges, and dude come in. He got those chomo glasses. And, you know what I mean? He got that look. I'm like, hey man, what you in here for? He's like, shit, driving. I'm like, damn, since you do, medium maximum for driving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, let me see your yellow folder. He's like, I don't want to talk about my paperwork. I tell my homeboy, I'm like, jump over there and grab it. So we check it out. He's in there for forcefully sodomizing a child under 12. I'm like, man. So the gangs are asking like, what did it say? What did it say? Tell them like, oh, we're gonna extort him, and that shit ain't sitting right with me. I'm like, you gotta go. You know what I mean? So this was another dorm setting. They would do count time. They got an east side and then or north and south side of the dorms.
Right.
And they were doing count on the one side. You know, I jumped up on there's little like 4-foot walls that separate the bunks.
Mm-hmm.
He's sleeping. He got his little sock hat pulled down and his book on his chest, not reading, but open reading, so asleep. And I just jumped off the wall on his face. And, got the grinding and pounding him. And I was wondering if you can knock somebody out while they're asleep. Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah. So, okay. So, first of all, thank you for getting rid of a chomo. Get him up out of there. He ain't need to be there in the first place. Ain't no extorting, no. Ain't no rule. Ain't no reason to keep none of them around. First of all, yeah, I got no remorse for them. Everybody on my channel know that. I'm not promoting violence, but yeah, protect your children. We gotta protect our kids, man. But so you finally get out, man, and you decide what you doing now? What we got going on now?
That time, obviously that one chick got tired of my bullshit, right. The rich one. So this time I rode to this chick in the trailer park. So I'm straight back on my bullshit. I went to pro for a little while, started getting high again, doing meth, doing pills, I did everything. And I quit going to pro, so they kicked her door in. And then I had to sit in county for, I want to say like 6 months or something, until my parole was finished.
Right.
And then, I got straight back on the bullshit. I'm 39 now. I got out in 2013 or 14 the last time.
Right.
And it's really, I've only been sober probably like a year.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's back and forth.
A day is better than none.
Yeah, yes, sir. I weighed 170 2 years ago. I weighed 260 now. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what's up, big boy shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been to, prison, jail a million times, rehabs, and I just got tired of this shit one day. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, fuck all this.
Right. So now you out, you working, you're doing your stuff. You know what I mean? You're trying to make leave a better impression than you've already left throughout your life for people that know you, obviously.
Right.
So if you could tell anybody anything that's in that lifestyle or thinking about getting into that lifestyle, whether it's manufacturing, using, whatever, what would you say? Jacking, whatever, the whole little myriad of things you've been involved in, what would you say to them?
All that little gang shit, want to be a gangster, 2020 is not the year for that shit. They got cameras on everything. People are telling on everything. You're not getting away with that shit. And at the same time, you're out here hustling. And I know when I was hustling, I was buying cars and clothes to impress bitches, impress other motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing it bigger than you. Mm-hmm. But the second you get locked up, it's out of sight, out of mind. And bitches ain't writing you. They're fucking your homeboy. You know what I mean? Them dudes that you were trying to impress, they ain't putting no money on your book for no lawyer, no bond. It ain't for it. There's too many legal hustles. Like I flip cars now, and I make way more money than I ever did selling dope.
Salute.
When I saw dope, my habit got bigger.
Right. So like I said, man, I appreciate you coming on the channel. I appreciate you sharing your story, bro. But if there's any shout outs you want to send to anybody, man, go and shoot them right now.
Check out my homeboy G Dirt's channel, man. He's got a real positive channel. Nicole, hey girl.
Nicole Dre, Real Talk Recovery. Yes. Have you went on her channel yet?
Yeah. I was on there.
Okay.
And we had some technical difficulties, and then she hit me on another time. She had a bunch of people.
Okay.
She helped me a lot with my channel for real.
Good stuff. So go ahead and plug your channel. Is Indian? What's your channel called?
It's Indianamal J. I'm not sure if my name's on.
Yeah, it's on there. They can see it.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it positive, man. I got involved in a little bit of that, beef shit, or not beef, but just.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Go check his channel out at Indianamal J. Like he said, he's trying to keep it positive. Sometimes negative stuff gets into the way, but it doesn't matter. It's about the big message, not the little war. It's just about the war, not the battle. You know what I mean? So once again, bro, thanks for coming on. I salute you for that. Thanks for sharing your story, man. Hopefully we can get some of these subs over to your channel and get your shit boosted too. Because like I say every time, man, no matter if you got 1 sub or 500,000 subs, it's all about everybody trying to put a positive message out there and try to prevent people from doing the same bullshit we was doing, so they don't have to learn the hard way. And to the kennel, man, hey, check this out. So you guys all know I'm finna put up another pattern for the merch on the Teespring. I also got the stickers of the decals available now. Y'all already know what it is. Tap in with the kennel, man. Y'all stay loyal.